Good evening, class. My name is Latoya Brown Johnson, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. I also hope everyone's passing and doing well in Spanish course this far. I chose to do my report today about Puerto Rico, and the reason I chose Puerto Rico is because I am from the United States Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, which is practically right next door to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, just like St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, was discovered back in 1493, and it's said that they both were discovered by Christopher Columbus back in 1493. Christopher Columbus actually came to St. Thomas Virgin Islands or the Virgin Islands first and decided that it wasn't what he was looking for, and then transported over to Puerto Rico, where he decided or spent more time, and that's why Puerto Rico has the Spanish culture. Also, a little bit more history just for a second is the locals in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, as well as Puerto Rico, don't really believe that Christopher Columbus discovered the islands because there were Indians that were living on both islands before it was actually taken over by Christopher Columbus. Here is a picture of the flag of Puerto Rico as well as the United States flag. Puerto Rico became a territory of the United States back in 1898, and this was during the time of the Spanish American War. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, have similar culture or similar history as Puerto Rico. They were bought from the United States in 1917, and they, just like Puerto Rico, was bought during the First World War. Both Puerto Rico and St. Thomas has authority over its internal affairs, which basically mean the both islands has a governor as well as a lieutenant governor. What that means is when the United States is voting for presidents, the both islands are actually voting for a governor, and the governor has the right to make whatever laws, just like the president of the United States. The governor is looked at the same way as we look at the president of the United States. Also, both islands don't necessarily look to the United States for too much leadership or too much input with the laws that they make to govern themselves. Puerto Rico, which means Spanish, it's Spanish for rich port. There are several different fruits that can be found in Puerto Rico as well as in St. Thomas Virgin Islands, and can be found in any Caribbean island. Banana, papaya, soursop is one of my favorites, as well as star apple. I didn't mention it, but I know guineps could be found both on St. Thomas Virgin Islands as well as Puerto Rico. Also, many people assume because Puerto Rico as well as the Virgin Islands are both U.S. territories, they have the same laws when it comes to drinking alcohol, which is totally incorrect. The legal age for drinking in both the Virgin Islands as well as in Puerto Rico is age 18. So as soon as you turn 18 years old, you're eligible or able to drink. Not like the United States where you have to wait until you're 21. Puerto Rico, the culture of Puerto Rico as well as St. Thomas Virgin Islands and most of the other Caribbean islands are full of festive carnivals. Both has once a year where everyone dresses up, they participate in carnivals, parades, so on and so forth, and they both have very similar history. The distance
Gramática.
between Puerto Rico and
1.1
St. Thomas
Nouns and
Virgin
articles.
Islands is very,
Uno.
very
Identificar.
close. As you can see from the
You will
map,
hear a series of
the
words.
distance
Decide
is
whether the word is
0.2
masculine or
hours to
feminine
arrive.
and mark the
I have
appropriate
flown,
column.
from St. Thomas
Modelo.
Virgin Islands
You
to
hear
Puerto Rico
Lección.
several
mark
times throughout
feminine.
my childhood, and I can
Uno.
tell you it takes less than,
Computadora.
I don't even think it takes a half an hour to get from one
Dos.
place to another. Another thing is
Diccionario.
most people from St. Thomas Virgin Islands, St. Croix or
Tres.
St. John have traveled
Chica.
to Puerto Rico several times, and this is because Puerto
4.
Rico is the closest
Cuaderno.
U.S. territory that we have that actually to us
5.
represents the United States. So when it
Problema.
comes to shopping for any clothes,
6.
cars, and so forth,
Hombre.
or it comes to going to the hospital or even taking a
7.
trip, most people from the Virgin
Escuela.
Islands tend to travel over to Puerto Rico as opposed to coming all the way to the
8.
United States. This to us is
Nacionalidad.
just as great as the United States. I hope you guys liked my presentation and actually plan on visiting St. Thomas Virgin Islands as well as Puerto Rico. They're both pretty close together, so if you travel to Puerto Rico, feel free to visit the Virgin Islands. If you travel to the Virgin Islands, I hope you also visit to Puerto Rico. Also, one other thing that I did not mention is in order for you to travel to go to the Virgin Islands, you either have to by plane, you either have to stop in Miami or Puerto Rico because there's no direct flight that I know of that goes directly to St. Thomas Virgin Islands. Again, I hope you guys liked my presentation and good luck to everyone in the class. Have a great evening.